Hey everybody, I'm back and we only have 22 minutes left on this battery and I don't have the charger with me tonight, so we're gonna do this real quick. My last video was a wrap-up of the Texas Library Association conference in Dallas, and I promised at the end of that I would do my book haul of all the books that I picked up or got signed, while I was there. So there are several to go through, so let me move some stuff out of the way and we'll get started. In no particular order, except for the order in which I pulled them out of tote bags. Let's go. All right, so first we have Brazen, Rebel Ladies Who Rocked the World by Penelope Bagiu. Penelope Bagiu is awesome. I have read her two other books, Exquisite Corpse and California Dreamin'? I can't remember the title of it, which is a graphic novel biography of Mama Cass, the beginning of Mamas and the Papas. And this is, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So it's different profiles on different women throughout history. And it is signed. And she drew a picture of Nellie Bly in it, and I got to tell her how Nellie Bly is my fave. I love Nellie Bly. I even told her that I wear gold rings on my left thumb because that's what Nellie Bly did, and she was like, "Oh, you're for real about that." She was sweet, and her daughter was there, and it was cute. Next, also signs the third book in the Diviners series by Libba Bray. Libba was there signing, and I love this series. They're so creepy and moody and all over the place. There's so much going on in all of them, and I can't wait to kind of keep going in the series and figure out what's happening next. And this one is also signed. And I got to introduce Libba Bray to my mom. So it's like the third time I've met Libba Bray, and it's the first time my mom had, so it was cool. I also got to meet Nikki Grimes, and I got Between the Lines, her one of her new books signed, and I got another of her books signed from my coworker. And if you haven't read Nikki Grimes, you really should. She writes amazing poetry, and her books are just fabulous. So this is Between the Lines. It's a companion to the novel, a companion novel to Bronx Masquerade. So I haven't read that one yet, so I'm gonna have to read Bronx Masquerade before I get to that. An arc that I got, Fatal Throne, The Wives of Henry VIII Tell All. This is really exciting. I have a degree in history, and definitely one of the reasons that I got into history so much was historical fiction. Originally historical romances, but then kind of what was historical YA fiction of the day. I read a lot of novels about young Queen Elizabeth and Anne Boleyn and things like that. And the Tudors have always fascinated me. I took an entire class in college on the Tudors and the Stuarts, so I'm excited to kind of delve into this. I've been to Hampton Court too, which is one of the palaces that Henry VIII lived in, and it was just at the anniversary of his wedding to Catherine Parr, his last wife, and so they had a whole thing, and they had Henry there and Catherine there. Anyways, moving on. There's no time for caveats today because we've got to go. Okay, so this is another uncorrected proof. It's called Rad Girls Can. It's stories of bold, brave, and brilliant young women, and it has some cool little illustrations, like prints in there, so I'm excited to get to that. Lots of like really great feminist literature this year. This one I did not get for free. I indulged myself and I called it research. It's a huge coffee table book that's originally like $45, but it was the end of the conference, so they were selling it for $15. It's Bob and Helen Kleberg of King Ranch, so it's lots of facts about the King Ranch, which is a super large, it's bigger than some states, ranch in South Texas that, yeah, has had a big impact on Texas and in the world. So I was excited about that. I feel like I should just leave this toward the end, but no, I'm just gonna do it now. So this is the graphic novel To Speak by Lori House Anderson, and all the artwork is by Emily Carroll, who is amazing. Yeah, you've probably heard of the book Speak. This is the graphic novelization of it. And Lori House Anderson was there, so I have it signed. And if you have not heard me talk about Lori House Anderson, go back and watch some videos. And if you haven't gotten to meet Lori House Anderson, I really hope that you do one day, because she is such an amazing person. Every time I've seen her, she takes the time to talk to each person who comes through her line. And not in a just, oh, hey, how are you? But she really like personalizes every conversation that she has with you. And she even, I was talking to her about the Mafra graphic novel list and the other graphic novel award committee that I'm on. And she immediately was like, oh, you need to know about Tim Smythe, because he's a history teacher and he teaches his history class through comics. And she gave me his Twitter handle. She's just wonderful, and she's doing a Wonder Woman book next, so I can't even. And she wrote, Christina, because you are a superhero. And not only is she like the nicest person and makes time for everybody and has a conversation with you, she was so sick. She had like the worst, I don't know what, and so she couldn't hug people, and so she was just like giving people heart hands, and like, what a baller. She's amazing. Okay, moving on. 14 minutes. We gotta go. This book I saw in one of my favorite booths at TLA. It's Publisher Spotlight. I love you guys. Thanks. And this is Scales and Scoundrels, Volume 1, Into the Dragon's Maw. It's from Image Comics, and it just looks like a D&D campaign, and it looks amazing. And there's a dragon horde on the back. Oh, I cannot wait. I have other comics I have to read for other things, so it's gonna be on the back burner. But, okay, we're delving into a big bag now. Hang on. I got to go to a cocktail party that Scholastic threw, and Aaron Blabey was the author they were celebrating, so I got some books signed by him, but this is Pig the Star from the Pig the Pug series, which are just hilarious picture books with this ridiculous looking dog on them. Because I don't have enough, I got another copy of Dumplin'. It's signed to me because I have a problem. There's my other copy of Dumplin'. Is this one signed to me? Yep, that's signed to me too. So. Look, they're twins! If your name's Christina, I'll send you one. That's right, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So I'll talk about that at the very end. It'll be kind of like last year's, if you watched last year's video. Okay, what else do I have? Oh, another Aaron Blabey book. This is one of his really popular series, The Bad Guys, which are beginner graphic novels about a shark and a wolf and a couple other bad animals. And they're funny, and kids really love them. This one, I have no idea what it is about. I was walking through the convention hall, and I was distracted by something, and then I looked down, and this book was in my hand. It's called Smackdab in the Middle of Maybe, and it's by Joe Watson Hackle. And isn't this art great, though? Yeah, and there's a girl named Cricket in it. I was so psyched to get this one. It's Rachel Hawkins Royals. If you don't follow Rachel Hawkins on Twitter, you are missing out. In much the same way that Mackenzie Lee has her hashtag Bygone Badass Broads, Rachel Hawkins does Sexy History Sexy Royals? Sexy History, and she kind of just like goes through history and does hilarious Twitter threads about different things, complete with gifs. And Royals is her new book. So yeah, she's serving up some royal romance, perfect for fans of Sarah Dessen and Huntley Fitzpatrick. So this is Hello Universe. This is the Newbery winner for this year, and it has a guinea pig in it. It's by Erin and Trada Kelly, and I got it signed for our guinea pig at the library, whose name is Rainbow. So I'm excited. This book was really sweet. And it's by a Filipino woman, so that's really cool. This one is Hope Nation. This is a collection of short stories Well, no, it's not short stories. It says YA authors share personal moments of inspiration. There's a problematic author on here whose book or story I will be skipping, but a lot of the other ones I'm really excited about. Renee Ahdieh, Libba Bray, Ali Carter, Ali Condi, Gail Foreman, David Levithan, Alex London, Marie Lu, Julie Murphy, Jason freaking Reynolds, Aisha Saeed, Angie Thomas, Nicola Yoon. What? So, yeah, and I love on my back it says hope is a decision. And that's so good. That's good. Okay, more. You know, I don't think I have quite as many this year. This is David Arnold's new book, or it will be his new book. This is the arc of it. The Strange Fascinations of Noah Hypnotic. So, I was talking with some of the people from the publisher, and this book is about a kid who is hypnotized at a party, and when he comes out of his hypnotic state, things in his life are not quite the same. They're not completely different, but just slightly off kilter. For instance, his best friend is now a huge DC fan, where he was a giant Marvel fan before, which is kind of a really small change, but if you started your friendship based on your obsession with Spider-Man, then it might be a problem. So, it's crazy. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I got a really cool enamel pin with it as well. This is Renee Ahdieh's next book, The Smoke in the Sun, which is, oh gosh, it's the sequel to Flame in the Mist. And geez, like, look at this cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And then like these like dragons, they like form a heart. That looks so cool. Ooh, this one's also really interesting, especially, well, for most people, but especially because I have a big interest in Texas history. This is Bonnie and Clyde, The Making of a Legend. So I only found out recently that Bonnie and Clyde were from Texas, which you'd think I'd know something like that, but I didn't. Yeah, this is by Karen Blumenthal, and this one was signed as well. Somewhere in there. So I'm really excited to read this one. I've said that about a lot of them, haven't I? Yeah. I don't know how I ended up like this, but I somehow got a bunch of Lowriders. One of them is my mom's, I bet. So I got a new copy of Lowriders. Yes, this one's mine. Lowriders to the Center of the Earth. And my mom, who had never heard of them, got Lowriders in Space, the first one, and Lowriders to the Center of the Earth. Which, these books, I don't know if I've talked about them. They were on the Maverick list. They are so neat. They are written in English and in Spanish, so there's lots of like cool vocabulary you learn. They are done on brown paper with, so far, strictly Sharpie, black, red, and blue ink pens, because the artist, Raoul III, wanted kids to know that you don't have to have the fanciest equipment to make great art, and they're so good. They're so good. Okay, so those are my mom's, and I have to get them back to her this weekend. Y'all, I was not lying when I said that I did not get that many things this year, which is good because there's like 70 graphic novels over here. So actually what I'm gonna do is, we're not gonna do the giveaway this video. I'm gonna do a giveaway of some select books from this haul, and also some select books from my graphic novel haul that I got for my Excellence in Graphic Literature Awards nominees. And I'll make a whole separate video about that. And so, you know, watch this video and kind of get some ideas on what you would like to enter for, and go back and watch my Excellence in Graphic Literature Award one. I think it was my wrap up for February, where I go through all of the comics that I read in February and kind of keep an eye out for ones that you really liked there, and I will be back with another video to talk about what you could possibly win. Okay, that's it for me. Make sure you do all those nice things you can do on YouTube. Like this video, comment below if you were at TLA, like I said in the last video, and if you were, tell me what great things you got that I didn't get. If you want to cry about how you've met Lori House Anderson or Libba Bray or another great author, you can do that down below as well. What else can you do? You can subscribe, you can share this wherever you share YouTube videos. And yeah, basically that's it. My battery is turning yellow to yell at me, so I'm gonna go. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you are happy. I hope you're safe. And I hope you have a book to read. The cats didn't make any noise throughout this whole video. They're both just sleeping over there like sweet little angel babies.